everybody. Welcome in. If you're just joining, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our live. I truly appreciate you all being here. Let me try to remove this echo from this phone immediately. Hold on, y'all. Chill. All right. Hello. Still can't. Oh my goodness. Anyway. All right, hopefully everybody can hear me. Hi Dee, hi Darlene, welcome in everybody. So tonight I'm super duper excited because we are making the Black Sewing Network DIY kit. I'm hearing the echo. Hold on. I have a 3 camera setup, so that's why it sounds weird right now. So let's see if I can remove the sound, y'all. Hello. Y'all didn't ask for all that. So welcome. Hey Armina, hey Janine. Thank you so much for your patience. I have to go back in and hello. Shit. Do y'all hear the echo? Because if y'all don't hear the echo, then I'm fine with it. Hold on. Hi, Diane. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Okay. So essentially, we're putting together to be you. Many of you have seen the kit that was giving away or we sponsor at the sorority wear retreat. So now they are available for the general population. They will no longer be offered at the sorority wear retreat. I'll be donating something else to the retreat. So here's your opportunity to grab it. So BSN has recently, hold on. Perfect. All right. Hold on, y'all. We're trying new things. Can y'all hear me? Okay. Hi, Kate. Okay, so BSN relaunched all our merch. So we have all the shirts available in black. So the 4 different designs available in black. And then we have the signature BSN classic logo as well as the left chest circle logo available in black, gray, lime. Y'all know like our lime neon color as well. We also have hats, we have patches, we have stickers available, and now we have these super easy, beginner friendly bag kits. And the reason why I wanted to create these bag kits is because I recently have been getting into making bags. And I remember making my first bag maybe 2.5 years ago, right? I'm mainly a garment maker. And, I've done totes in the past, but I feel like the zipper pouch is like one of those projects that makes you feel like when you're first getting into bag making, it makes you feel a sense of fulfillment. So I really wanted to do that. So I experimented with these kits at the sorority wear retreat. They were a huge hit, so I decided to release them to the general population. So if you want to grab them, they are available in the link in the description. So there are 2 available, right? The first one that is available is a zipper pouch right here, a standard zipper pouch. It has a zipper. I'm also adding today a zipper tab where I'm adding a Z ring on the side, which you will receive. That wasn't added in the sorority wear retreat. I'll go through everything that will be included. And this one is actually smaller, a little bit smaller than what will be in the final one. But this, I believe, it will be around 7.5 by 10, and I currently use the 7.5 by about 10.5. And I currently use this for like my makeup when I travel. Hey Terrence, hey Darlene. I use this, yes, for my makeup bag. So I'll be showing like what's in my makeup bag a little bit later on this week. And then I released a second one that's a lot larger. Okay, it's like similar to the full chest. This one is much bigger. I think this one is like 10 by 17. So it's very spacious. All of the zipper pouches are aligned, and I'm going to show you what is in the kits so you guys can see what you get in the kits, because you not only get everything that you need to make the the zipper pouch. You also get like some other goodies in there that I want to share with you all. So yes, today we will be focused on making the original zipper pouch. Next week we will make this, and then throughout the weeks as I'm promoting, we will be doing like different hacks and stuff for like the sweatshirt. I added a zipper to my sweatshirt. I would say go a size up in this. Hey Matt. Yeah, I can't wait. Listen, Matt already got one, but he already got one at the retreat. But yeah, this one has a little bit of extra stuff. So let me try to shift to the two camera setup. Let's see how this is going to go. Okay. Hopefully, like this don't look crazy. Hopefully this don't look crazy. All right. So I have my camera set up over here. Let me hit it to the spotlight. How's everybody doing? Welcome, welcome in. All right. So it's a little, I'm trying to get it together over here. This is my first time using a 3 camera setup. Okay. Let me remove. I can keep that one up there. Y'all see I got fancy with it, right? Y'all see I got fancy with it today. All right. Hold on. Let me see. Let me pull it up so I can see your comments over here. Thank you. All right. So yes, I have another camera set up over here. All right. So boom. Every kit will come. Let me see if I gotta move it up or down. And let me turn on a little music. Let me turn on a little music because I can't even see y'all. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Bear with me. Okay. Can y'all hear me? Confirm y'all can hear me, please. All right. Tell me if the sound is good. All right. All right. Okay, let's hope for the best. Y'all can hear me? All right. Not something went wrong. Lord. Let me turn this music down a little bit. Okay. Thank y'all for your patience. All right. I'm good. All right. So let me try to bring you over a little bit. All right, boom. So with every kit, you will get a BSN dust bag, right? You'll get a BSN dust bag. Hey, Cindy, welcome in. And in the dust bag, you will have some directions. I'm trying to use this video as a video tutorial, but I'll probably have to like edit it and par it down a little bit. So you get directions on how to actually construct the zipper pouch. Okay, everybody will get that in this kit. You will get you will get the outer fabric for the kit as well, right? So the kit is made out of waterproof canvas. Okay, you'll have the BSN emblem on here, and you'll also have a lining in the kit, black and white. Okay, and then you'll also have some fusible woven interface or some sort of stabilizer. This is craft fuse. This is something that I had in my stash. But you'll have a piece of interface. If you have a preference on what interface you want to have or what you want to use, feel free to do that. But I will be supplying every kit will have your own interface that I will supply you, so you don't have to use your own. Okay, so you have the dust bag, you have the tools you need to make your kit. And then you'll have a smaller bag. Okay, you'll have a smaller bag with additional notions and things that you need to do, use for the kit as well. So you'll have zipper by the yard, of course. And I thought I threaded this zipper. So I'll be making sure that I put the zipper on for you guys in advance. So don't worry about that if you're not familiar. But it's really easy. So you'll have a number 5 zipper. So I will do it for you. But if it comes off, don't worry. You can always slide your zipper pull back on. Number 5s are super easy to slide the zipper on and off. So don't be scared. Okay, don't be scared. You'll have a BSN button. I'll be including a zipper. A sticker. You'll be getting like a few clips. Okay. Okay, so I'll include that. You'll also be getting hardware. You'll be getting one D-ring. to where you can add the similar to what's on what I tested out over here. So you can add, this is optional. You can add the D-ring here if you want, or you can skip it. Completely up to you. And then you'll have like some scrap pieces of fabric that you can use towards the end of the zipper pouch to like zipper tabs. And I'll show you what that looks like as I'm sewing it. And then you'll have a seam ripper as well. So you get like, you know, a lot of cool stuff in here, as well as like a BSN card. So all of this stuff will be in your kit. I might throw some extra stuff in there as well, but it's a lot of stuff for 45 bucks for this size. I also have a bundle available where you can save 15% if you get both of the kits. And the link to all of that is in the description. Okay, and you also get a lobster clasp, and you also get, what other hardware? You get a keychain clasp at the end. I won't be providing the tool for you to clasp this as well, but you have to grab that on your own, but I will provide you with the hardware. So you get 3 pieces of hardware, you get a zipper, you get clips, you get a seam ripper, a button, a sticker, a gift card, you get interface, lining, and outer fabric, all of that. Hey Shem, hey Cynthia. Now I'm cool with it. Oh, you talking about my little setup? You talking about my little setup? All right, so the first thing I'm going to start off with, I'm going to keep it easy, is we're going to start off with, please tell me, I'm unorganized as hell. See, this is what happens when you try to do new stuff. This is what happens when you try to do new stuff for the first time. Again, thank you so much for your patience. Because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. So I want to make the key fob first because I feel like that will be easiest, but I don't know. Here it is. So you also get a piece of fabric for your key fob. So I'm just going to use this little piece of extra scrap fabric that I have, but I, of course, will cut it down for you all. So for the key fob, if you have some double-sided tape, which I don't know where mine is, but for the sake of this, I'm going to just fold this over. So the piece you'll get is about, it should be 4 inches, right? So what you want to do, I need to cut that down. Let me cut that down a little bit. Let me cut this down a little bit. Hey, Carol. So yes, today I am going to put together this zipper pouch kit for y'all. I'm trying to do multiple setups. So I found the center of my my waterproof canvas. So I'm just going to fold both sides to the center, and then I'm going to fold. You can press this out if you want, that's your business. Or you can use a piece of double-sided tape down the center, but I'm just going to kind of freehand it. Let me turn on my little Lisa. Hey, Tigery. So y'all saw what I did? So you kind of fold it in. Again, you find the center and you fold it in once from the other side and you fold it in a second time. So you're basically folding the outsides into each other. And then the width essentially turns into about 1 inch wide tube. So I'm going to clip it. This would have been a lot easier with some double-sided tape. But we're going to make it do what it do. Okay. And so I will give you a piece to create. I'll give you all the supplies you need to make a key fob as well. Yes, you do. I'm doing the large pouch next week, Armina, but yes, you get essentially the same thing for the large pouch as well. So again, for this pouch, I use it for my makeup. You can also use it for your sewing supplies. You can also use it for your toiletries. For the big pouch, That is kind of like one of those like catch-all. The big pouch I'll be using for my catch-all. So that's what I put, and I'm going to show you guys like in my suitcase what that will look like. I would use that for like clothes. Basically, y'all know how I love to fly Spirit, right? And so I feel like after all the sort of like trauma that I've experienced from the airlines losing my baggage, in addition to y'all getting the air tag, let's start there. I feel like, you need at least 1 to 2 days worth of clothes, regardless of where you're going. So the smaller pouch I would use for toiletries, I would use for my makeup. The larger pouch I would use to like for an outfit, my underwear, stuff like that. Hopefully that makes sense. So I got all my little stuff in the way. Thank y'all for minding my mess. Thank y'all for minding my mess. Right, so that's essentially where we are. All my mess. Let me clean this up. Let me clean this up and act like I got some things. Let me clean this up and act like, yeah. So you get a sticker, you get a button. You get, everybody gets a key fob. So if you get the bundle, you get 2 key fobs. 2 key fobs, 2 key ring holders. All right. So that's basically what the first step for creating your key fob. The key fob is the easy part. Okay. All right. Let me remove her from the stage. Let me go back. We'll be back. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. Let's go back to the sewing machine. Hi, Mike. So essentially this is what it's going to look like. All right. So what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to stitch the outside first. I'm just going to do an edge stitch first on the outside, and then I'm going to do an edge stitch on the other side. So we're going to keep it simple, okay? How's everybody out there doing? What kind of outfit fit in there? See, Shamir, I will use it probably for my drawers and my bras and my bathing suits and stuff like that. But you can fit a good outfit in there, girl. If you go to the beach, I do beach vacations. I ain't going nowhere that require a coat. If it requires a coat, I could do it from home. I could stay here in Philly if it requires a coat. I'm just saying. If it requires a coat, why am I going? Just saying. I'm going to show you though, Shamir. Listen, I've made some things happen. So the last retreat, I only took a carry-on and a personal item. And I even did some fabric shopping. At the last retreat, which I was like a little nervous about. I was like, I'm gonna have to get Monica to ship some stuff home. But I was able to like use my little toiletry bags. I made a bag. Y'all saw all the stuff I was making at that retreat. I was able to get all that stuff in my carry-on and in my So now I'm just going to stitch edge stitch all the way down. So now I need to figure out, I need a camera shot that can get like over my thing. Hi, Brittany. How are you? Thank y'all for switching channels. I know y'all used to me being on the other channel, but let me extend this stitch a little bit. If you want to get fancy with it and you're comfortable with doing top stitching, you could do like a different color top stitch. Like some of the bad girlies did it in a white top stitch, and I thought that was cool. But the way me and top stitching is set up, it will also look cool in like an embroidery thread, upholstery thread. I definitely recommend, I will not be providing needles, but I definitely recommend doing like a heavy duty needle, maybe denim. I don't even know what's in here, but we're going to vibe with it. We're going to act like it's denim. We gonna mind our business. We gonna mind the business of pages. Yeah, I should have really taped this. I should have taped her. Now, why would I do this to myself? Why would I do this to myself? It's a little bit bigger than I wanted it to be, but it'll be all right. So now I'm going to do the edge stitch down the other side. Lord, is anybody else sewing out there tonight? Is anybody else in the crowd sewing tonight? Where am I getting? What is that? Okay, I'm like, what is that? Not Mike being all up in my business. I don't know, Mike. Monica asked me for it. She said she sent it my address. So for those that don't know and that are watching the replay, I recently went to the sorority wear retreat and I won a Pfaff Admire 1000 serger. And I am anticipating it should get here pretty fast. Diana got hers really fast. The other winners, you know, they seem to be really good about shipping it out quickly. So yeah, I got my serger. I don't know. What should I make first? What should I make first with my serger? Okay, so we have this. This is definitely longer than an inch, but we're gonna rock with it. We're gonna lean with it, rock with it, and roll with it. Okay, so I am going to cut it around. We're gonna cut about 10 inches. So you can make it however long. Well, I'm gonna give you like 12-inch width. And you cut it down if you want to. That's your business. Okay. So I'm just going to take. Again, I made this slightly too big, but you want to make sure you are making this about an inch across. Mine is a little over. It's like an inch and an inch and an eighth. So I did make mine slightly too big, and that's fine. It's still gonna get the job done for this tutorial. So you need this tool. You can order this from Amazon for super cheap. You know what I'm gonna do? Since I messed up, I'm gonna make my own little. I'm gonna cut it down. Who gonna know? Who gonna know? Who's gonna know? I mean, I definitely did. Don't do what I just did. Just make sure that you make this an inch wide. Just make sure you make it an inch wide. So you're basically gonna take your tool. You know what? I forgot. So you on the top, you're going to like sew across, like you can do a zigzag stitch across just to keep these things together. So just base it together or stitch it together at the edge with a zigzag stitch. I'm gonna do a straight stitch because that's my business. Almost forgot that step because I'm like, I'm supposed to be doing something. I'm supposed to be doing something here. So I'm going back and forth with just a straight stitch. You can do a straight stitch, zigzag stitch, whatever works for you. That's your business. A swimsuit? What do you mean? What are you saying a swimsuit for, Sha? I fumbled this. We're gonna have a better time. So again, this is together. taking my little tool. Now I'm going to press it down on both sides. Again, I made mine way too wide. We'll get it right the next time. We'll get it right the next time. Okay. It's a little off, but just mind your business. So yeah, that's all you have to do. And you basically, your key fob is done. Again, this is slightly too big. Just slightly. Just a little slightly. But who's going to know? Who's going to be all up in my business? Okay. All right. So again, the piece will be 4 inches wide, 12 inches down. You just kind of fold it in on each other. And this is how you get your key fob. Okay. And you will also have a lobster claw in there that is optional. You don't have to include it. And next week, I'll show you another way to do a key fob with just the lobster claw. Child, where's my lobster claw? Please don't embarrass me today. Oh, a swimsuit? Okay, that's an idea. You can also add your lobster claw too if you want to, just an extra attachment option. Lord, am I going to break these nails? What kind of surgery does everybody have? So you will also be getting a lobster claw in your bag as well. So you can just simply attach it to the D-ring on the side. Like this. Sorry, that's my name. Or you can also attach it to the hole in the zipper. Okay. Yes. And I'm gonna do another one because this is going a little awry. I definitely need to do one where it's edited. But yeah, that's essentially how you make the key fob. Key fobs are super easy. People sell key fobs by themselves for like $10 and $15. Like, so don't do it like mine. Make sure your measurements are right. I just use a scrap piece of fabric. So let's move on to the actual zipper pouch. Okay. But this is how the key fob should look. That's how it should look, okay? That's how it should look, okay? But y'all understand the process. Y'all get the process. Yes, I just made it, Lynn. I just made it. But I'm gonna make another one next week. I'll probably do like a quick reel on it. They're really easy. I'm gonna do another reel. I'll probably do like a short or a reel on how to make a key fob, but they're super easy to make. All right, y'all. So there's a few things that I am providing you all with a interface in your kits, right? So let's add the interface to the lining, but I'm also going to do one thing to my outer fabric. Again, the step after this is going to be optional. But let's just iron on the interface with our good old Liso iron. Let's switch to frame. Okay. Thanks for rocking with me in my new little setup, my little hood setup. Yeah, we gotta figure out something else. Y'all. It's a little chaotic. Yay! Oh, yay! And I can't wait to see yours. All right, so let's try. All right, so we're going to iron on the interface. This is craft use, but I'll probably give you guys SF 101 or another. I'm gonna get some different options from Wawak. That's probably where I'll get it from now that JoJo's is out of commission. Are you frozen? Okay. So let's just, this is some scrap fusible interface that I had that I'm going. So you just want to, line, fuse your lining, or if You don't want to use this, you prefer to use like a waterproof canvas or a duck canvas, you can. You don't have to use the lining that I sent you, but I want to make sure you're fully equipped with what you need. Okay. Yeah, you got it. Yay! Okay, Anna, you want to get back to sewing, child? I have not seen you sewing forever, Anna. It's about time. It is about time, Anna. All right. It's about time, girl. I am wasting interface. Like, I don't know what. And burning myself. And burning myself. This is why you can't have nice things, Carmen. All right, let me do the second side. Let me do the second side. Yes, grab your kits, y'all. Grab your kits and also grab your BSN merch. It's all there, available for pre-sale. All right. Normally I would do this on my heat press. But you know, we're gonna do it since we're here. We're gonna use our good old project iron. I should have put the link to this in here too. I love my for sew alongs. I love using a project iron. It's not too big. You can get it all within view. And then as I got my third camera set up, don't play with Carm. Ciao. Let me see. I ain't want y'all seeing my bag. Why you always tell me y'all was looking at my bag? My back rolls. Y'all could have told me, like, Carmen, we do not want to see them back rolls, girl. We do not need to see them back rolls, girl. All right. I know, baby going to boot camp on Sunday. Oh no, Anna, is it Sunday? Okay, he's gonna be fine. I know you're gonna be worried, but he'll be fine, Anna. Don't worry, girl. So honestly, the lining is like, you know, adding the interface to the lining is optional. I just like the additional structure personally. That's me. That's my business. But you can do what you want. All right, so we have the both of the linings fused. All right. Another thing that I'm choosing to do, again, you don't have to do it, is I'm gonna add some foam. This is the first time I'm doing this, so let's hope it goes right. Nothing goes awry. I'm gonna add some foam because that's my business, okay? Now, where's my foam pieces? Where are my foam pieces? Okay, I might not be adding the foam. I might not be adding any foam. Did it fall? No. I can't never have nice things. So we got that. We got that. Ooh, not me losing my phone. Well, that was short-lived. That was a short-lived idea. Y'all see foam around anywhere? Hmm. I guess we won't be adding foam today. That was a dream deferred. That was a dream deferred. Did I drop the phone? Where the fuck the phone? Where's my phone, y'all? Oh well, no phone today. Oh, there we go. Ha! Okay. Okay. All right. So I am going to add some foam. So the thing about the foam though is you want to make sure it's not in the seam allowance. You don't need to. Yes, get an Oliso iron. Get an Oliso iron. You might as well, Anna. But of course, I don't have it in here. Of course, I don't. So I'm using some basting spray to put my foam on, because I don't have any because this is two-sided, so you don't want to get the glue on both sides of your thing. So I'm just going to spray it off to the side. Again, you can get this from Michael's or Amazon. And I am going to put it right here. So I cut it so that it is not in the seam allowance. Again, I'm not providing you the foam, but this is optional. This is optional. I found it. So again, you want to make sure you definitely keep it out the seam allowance, especially by the zipper. So I just decided to do this today. I had some scrap pieces of foam in my stash from the Chandler fanny pack, because I felt like it would give us some additional stability. So I thought that was a good idea. So I'm just making sure I'm keeping it out the seam allowances. Kind of eyeing it. Yes. Okay. That's one. One piece. Because I did measure it out, but I did kind of eyeball it. Again, I'm spraying offline. You want to do this like in a ventilated area and on like some cardboard. Don't be reckless like I'm doing right now. It's like this ain't what I'm doing. My strategy right now ain't it. I do not recommend what I'm doing right now, but we're doing the best we can with what we got. Y'all know my motto. Again, I'm using the Spray Bond adhesive. You can get this from Michael's. I found it. So honestly, for this, you can do whatever seam allowance you want. I will probably be doing like a 1/4 of an inch. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to measure out my zipper, right? I'm going to make sure you get like more than enough zipper. Where we at? But you want to make sure that it is about, because I'm going to add the zipper tabs on top of this next. Let's see if I do it right. So I'm going to cut this a little shorter. Not even a little bit, a lot of it shorter. So I want my zipper to start. Let me just have one up here and not be confusing. I want my zipper to start probably about, so I'm adding my zipper tab, don't forget. Maybe 3/4 of an inch over here. And 3/4 of an inch over there. So if you have like the chalk that Len gave us at the retreat, then use that to sort of mark where you want to cut your zipper. I'm gonna eyeball it though. So I'm gonna cut it about. I probably cut it a little bit too short, but that's fine. So we want it to be a little bit shorter. You can kind of see that you have a little bit as so because we're gonna make some zipper tabs at the end, and I'll show you how to prep the zipper down. Okay, you guys see that? You see how it's kind of like about maybe an inch. It's probably close to an inch, but then we're gonna add our zipper tab on here. And on the other side, you can do it on both sides or one side. It's up to you. Because I just like the look of it. You don't have to do the zipper tab if you don't want to, but I am going to do that. All right, so let me show you how to prep the zipper tab next. Okay. All right. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to put right sides to right sides together on my zipper tab. I got more than enough. And I'm going to stitch that down at about 1/4 inch. Again, this step is optional. I just like how it looks. I will give you more than enough scraps to do this, on your own. So you basically want to flip it over. And I'm going to cut this down even more. You want to flip it over so that it looks like this. Probably cut it down a little bit too much. And you want to flip it over again. So I'm going to press it down so you guys can see. So again, this is the right side. So you want to basically, you can press it with your iron. And on, so you see the wrong side up here. You want to fold it down slightly and then fold it over again so that it looks like this on the other side. So it looks the same on both sides. You want to press that with your iron and you're going to do a quick top stitch across. Again, your zipper tab can be thicker if you like that look. That's fine. But this is about 1/4 inch. So you can clip it or you can use you can use a pen if you want. That's your business. And then you're going to do a quick, or you can use nothing. If you're anything like me, no, I'm going to use one on one side. So you can just clip it like that and just do a quick top stitch over. Okay. Again, you can skip this step. Oftentimes I do. But that is completely up to you. Like you can keep the zipper long. I'm going to give you more zipper tape than you need. Just cut it down to whatever, you need it to be. Also, I probably should have switched over to the zipper foot. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So I cut it down to the zipper tape. So that just gives you a clean finish on your zipper tape so that you don't see like that raw edge on your zipper tape. So that's how it looks. All right, get it, got it, good. So I'm going to do the same thing. Now on the other side, the edges are raw. I mean, it's a little bit open. So you need to kind of keep it together. Like kind of hold the zipper tape together because it's going to be open. All right. So you want to hold it together like this as you're stitching over top of it. Again, you can hold, like if you want to use a clip, you can. I'm not. I'm kind of eyeballing it. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then you want to press it. You want to clip a little bit off and do the same process. I be clipping way too much off. Lord. And then you again want to turn it down and then turn it down one more time. Like, yeah, I made that way too small. Whatever, it's fine. It's way too small, but that's fine. Again, this step, again, is completely optional. And honestly, you can do this. Like, once you get the hang of this, you can do this in no time. In no time whatsoever, okay? I can feel I didn't catch the other side, but that's fine. That's fine. I'm going to switch out to my zipper foot now, and I'm going to use my zipper foot. You can use your zipper foot the entire project if you really want to. I'm going to switch out to my... this one. I have this kind of zipper foot. I got this from like Amazon or Temu or something like that. I love it. The other zipper foot you can use as well. That's your business. That's your business. Okay. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find the center point of my outer fabric, my top, right? So you want to find the center point of that. And you also want to find the center point of your zipper. Now, I don't recommend... let me see if I have some chalk. I have so much chalk. Yeah, here it is. Get you some rabbit chalk. Definitely invest in some rabbit chalk. So I'm going to find the center point of my zipper, which I made way too short. Now with this rabbit chalk, it comes off with heat. So don't worry about it not coming off. All you need to do is iron it off. So you want to find your center point of your zipper, and you want to match it up with the center point of your bag. The zipper pull is down. I don't like really get hung up on like where the zipper pull, like how it pulls like from left to right. But I found the center point of my zipper. Okay. Now you can sandwich this in. That's what I typically do. But for the sake of this, I'm going to just baste it at the top. Get some more basting, right? Also, if you're going to use foam, I will put a piece of like woven interface over the top just to keep it in, because the foam is only a stabilizer. It's not an interface. So if you do want to use foam, I would just add a piece of woven interface at the top. All right, so the zipper pull is down. And so I'm just going to baste it, like do a quick basting stitch at the top, just to hold it in place before I add my lining. And you just want to sew it at like 1/8 of an inch seam allowance. And when the time comes to add the other side, the lining, you can sew it at the 1/4 inch. Okay. Not my basting spray going through my damn... oh, Lord. All right, boom. Y'all see how it is? That's my basting spray coming through. All right, so then you want to take your lining, one piece of your lining, and you want to match it up. We're about to be done, y'all. So you want to put right sides to right sides together. And you want to match it up. Now, I could have just sandwiched this all in at first, but for the sake of being beginner friendly, we're going to match it up. Right side to right side. So you get 4 clips in your kit. Use them wisely, okay? So you want to put right sides and right sides together. And again, you want to sew it down at about a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Whatever seam allowance you pick, just stick to it. If you want to use 1/4 inch, that's your business. If you want to use 1/2 inch, you can. But the less seam allowance you use, the more bag you have. Okay. And when you fill your zipper foot, you'll fill it like around here, like the midpoint. What I like to do is I like to open up my bag slightly and slide the zipper pull. You see that? I like to slide it down to get out my needle's way. You might have to lift the needle up slightly, so I slide it down. You see that? So make sure your needle was down when you did that. So my needle was down, and I slid my zipper pull down. Oh. Okay. Y'all got it? Are y'all following? Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So that's how one side looks. Boom. Y'all see it? Y'all see the vibes. Y'all see, we're basically done, y'all. We're basically done. So what I like to do here is I like to do a quick little top stitch over. Okay. Just to lay it down. I really like how this foam feels. I'm going to have to get some foam. Let me order some foam from Walk right now. Right now. It won't be in your kits, but you might want to order some foam. Foam gives your bag a nice little like girth and some body, okay? I'm going to extend my stitch a little bit to 3.5 for the top stitch. My bag girlies, they like to use like 4 or even 5 like on their industrial machines. Baby, I ain't got no industrial right now. I ain't got no industrial. So move my zipper pull out the way. It ain't perfect, but you know, it's perfect for me. Okay. Oh, that looks good. Okay. Don't play with corn. Don't play with corn. Am I missing a comment? No, okay. Y'all not commenting. Okay. Now my zipper pull is a little bit off, but that's fine. Y'all get the point. So that's how it looks on one side. You can barely see that. Doesn't that look good? It feels so good, y'all. So next I'm going to again do the other side. So you're going to do right sides to right sides together. So again, if you don't want to do a foam, you don't have to. I just like what it gives with the foam. And you want to match up raw sides of your zipper tape to the raw side of the other side of your bag. So again, we're just going to baste it on at about a 1/4 inch, or I'm 1/8 of an inch rather. You could, like I said, I could do this all in one step. If you're feeling ambitious and you're like, listen, I can just do this. You could sandwich this all in and get this done in one step. But I'm going to break it up into 2 steps because I just feel like it's easier when you visually see it. But if you wanted to, you could do this in one fell swoop step straight across, okay? Again, if you're interested in getting this BSN bag, you know, grab it. So I'm going to do a basting stitch at the top at about 1/8 of an inch seam allowance, okay? So I should have did a better job of clipping. Didn't, and that's fine. That is fine. Who gonna know? Who gonna know? You that close? You too close. You too close to me. Again, if you've never made a bag before, this is a perfect starter. I mean, a tote is cute. A tote is cute. A good starter. This will be perfect to go with your tote, though. This will be perfect to go with your tote. Okay. Hi, Chris. How are you? Welcome to the States, girl. I saw you're here. Okay, y'all. So again, remember, right sides go together, y'all. Remember, right sides go together. Okay, that's like how you run. And then the same works for the lining. Right side to right side goes together. Okay, the right side of the lining goes to the right side of the lining. You just want to match it up again at the zipper tape, right? So that's the raw side of the zipper tape. You want to match up the raw side of your top of your lining to the raw side of the zipper tape. Let me cut off some of this. And in theory, I should be like keeping this out of the seam allowance, but this interface is lightweight enough so that it's not a big deal if I don't. So again, right side of the lining goes to the right side of the lining, and I connect it at the zipper tape up here. So we're going to sew this at a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Okay. We're going to keep it real cutesy, real demure. Will the kit include Ankara fabric for the lining? Yes. Actually, I need to order some from Grace. I might have to get some from the local store. But yeah, I wanted to, be fashionable. But again, you can use whatever you want. But yes, the interface that I'm providing is so you can stabilize the Ankara. But yes, this was fabric from Grace of Zesty Couture. Hopefully she has some more black and white, but if not, I'll just source some from one of the fabric stores up here. But I like how the Ankara looks on the inside. And I feel like Ankara is very easy to work with. I think it gives it a nice pop. And with the interface, it will give you a nice stabilization. Again, if you want it to be a little bit more structured, you can add fusible fleece. You can add foam. I really like how the foam is working right now. Just remember to you can even probably do a Decaville heavy if you're feeling froggy. I feel like I went over that zipper. That was not cool. Hold on. I might have caught my zipper in here, y'all. No, I didn't. Okay. You will fill the zipper. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to slide that zipper up. You see? I'm going to slide it to the other side, get it out of my way, because zippers like to break your needle, child. They like to break your needle. So we're not having that situation today. We're not doing that with these zippers today. So yes, I will be providing you with Ankara lining, but if you want to use a different kind of lining, that's your business. Okay. All right. Boom! Look who stepped in the room. So remember, that's what both of the sides look like. Look at that. Look at how, yeah, y'all should definitely use a foam. Again, the foam it's a little pricey, but you only need maybe a 1/4 yard of foam. I don't know where you would get that from. So just get the yard. Just get the yard. You can get it from Wawap. This side looks a lot better than the other side. So I'm just going to basically top stitch across again. Okay. We're going to do a quick top stitch straight across. Remember, stay out the way. We're going to extend the stitch to a 3.5 or a 4. Up to you. So, yeah, I'm definitely gonna order some foam tomorrow. This is fusible foam. Now, this is double-sided fusible foam. I would cover the fusible foam with a woven interface if you decide to use it on the outer fabric. Um, but yes. I cut my zipper a little bit too short, but it's fine. All right. So that's how it's looking on both sides, y'all. So we have a functional zipper, okay. You see? Probably cut a little bit too close, but that's fine. Again, I probably should have like put the zipper out here a little bit more, but it's fine. Because remember, like, if I put my zipper tab too close in, you lose sort of like that open space. So next time I'll make it a little bit longer. But again, I cut off a lot of zipper tape. I ain't need to cut off all of that. So the next thing we're going to do is we're basically going to sew together all the way around. So you're going to put the right side. So again, if you use this fusible foam, oh my gosh. Ah! Oh my goodness. Oh my God. I really, let me just press this down a little bit. Let me press it down a little bit. Let me press it down. So we're going to sew down the sides first. We're going to put the right side to the right side together of the black fabric to the outer fabric. So we're going to sew down I'm using a 1/4 inch because again, I want more area in my bag. You can do a 1/2 inch, whatever. But remember, the larger your seam allowance, the less space that you'll have in your bag. It's double-sided fusible. So normally what I would do when I ran out of fusible interface is I would put a piece of woven interface over this. But there's glue on this side of the interface. So typically with foam, you want to put a piece of like lightweight woven over it, like FSF 101, or another piece of lightweight fusible on top. But I ain't having that. So I'm just, keeping it bare. But yeah, there's glue on this side of the foam as well. Hopefully that makes sense. So I'm just going to sew down each side. So this side and this side at a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Hopefully that makes sense, Sin. Hopefully that makes sense, girl. Child, what did y'all eat? So yes, clip it. I prefer with bags, y'all, to use clips, especially if you're using like a vinyl. Yes, it's double-sided. I do need to get my So also at this step, before you start sewing down the side, make sure you leave a little opening. Did I leave an opening here? Make sure you leave an opening in your zipper pouch because you have to birth through the bottom. So leave an opening in your zipper pouch. Make sure you open up your zipper as well. No, I know. It's okay. It's double-sided. That's why. Yes. Typically with like fleece, like a Decoville, fusible fleece, or especially a foam. Notably foam, Decoville, you want to cover that with a woven interface. All right, so we are going to sew this at a 1/4 inch seam allowance down the sides. Give or take a little bit because I don't. These are really easy. Say, you did a good job with your zipper pouch at the retreat. Child, it's a little off, but that's fine because when you box that in, nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know. Okay, so we're going to sew down the other side as well. 1/4 inch. I feel like I might be doing a 1/2 inch. So just make sure you're sewing down at a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Ah, lost my thread. Lost my thread, child. It'd be like, run away, love. Run away, love. So again, your zipper pouch will be a little bit bigger than the one I'm sewing. This was the one I made for the retreat, but it will be slightly bigger. So again, nice size for your toiletries, for your makeup. You honestly, if you don't need a lot of makeup, you could probably fit both your makeup and your toiletries in here. I will probably keep my brushes separate, but child, at this point, I'll be throwing everything in there. I'll be throwing everything in the same thing. If you want to separate it, you can just put like your brushes or something in like a little smaller plastic bag and stuff it in. But if you bougie like Terrence about his makeup brushes, child. So I'm doing down the second side. Now, he said enough. He said not too much on me. He's like, and is not too much on me. All right. So this side went well. The first side didn't go so well. All right. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sew straight across that side, okay? At a 1/4 inch seam allowance. So again, you want to make sure you leave that foam out of the seam allowance. That Decoville, leave it out of the seam allowance, okay? Okay. It's a wearable muslin. No, this is more than a wearable muslin. This is to y'all. This about to look like perfection. This about to look like perfection to y'all. That's what y'all don't know, okay? That's the thing. Like that's why I say that's why I like bags and I like lining, like lined garments. Baby, you be looking like a war zone in this. So with this one, with the other side, you're lining, you're going to put 2 clips as indicators where you need to leave an opening. So you leave about like a 3 or 4 inch opening. So I'm going to, and you want to do like a front and back at one side of where you stop. We about to be done, y'all. We about to be done. Okay, and so at the bottom, you will probably oftentimes see this on bags. What does that sort of boxed out section give? It gives more dimension. Okay, so instead of it being like a flat bag, it gives you some more dimension. So next we're going to basically take these corners like here, and we're going to spread them out, like do a little spread eagle moment, okay? So the corners look like that. It looks like an L. You want to spread the lips out so that they look like this. Can y'all see it? Again, it starts off as an L. Spread the lips out. You see the L on this side, spread, but it looks like this once you're done. And you want to just stitch it. I stitch it at about a 1/4 inch seam allowance. You want to nest them together. You can put a clip there too if you feel comfortable. And so we're going to do that to all 4 corners, okay? Oh yeah. Absolutely, RV Beats. Do you have like any what do you like? So is it just your insulin that you carry or is it other things? And other options you can do for this is you can add a pocket within a pocket. So if you want to add additional like a slip pocket or a zipper pocket, I think that's a little overkill, but you can if you want. Again, y'all see how thready this is starting to look? Child. Again, these threads ain't nobody ever gonna see it. They never gonna see the light of day. They are never gonna see the light of day. Okay. So again, we're going to take that L, open it. So if you need to like keep your needles in one section and your insulin, the actual liquid part of the insulin in another place, you could create like a slip pocket, like add a slip pocket on top. Again, we're going to sew it about a 1/4 inch seam allowance. So we're only 1 hour and 12 minutes and we're essentially done, y'all. Not me having a little. All right, we're going to do the same to the other side. It doesn't have to be like super clean. My testing stuff. Okay, your testing stuff. Okay. So on the other side, we're going to remember, we're going to separate the lips. All right, just don't worry about the, I might have to do a final spray before I birth this. So remember you have the L. So you kind of just fold it together and just do a stitch like up and then down. Child, we're going to do one final spray, y'all. Do I have any interface right here? Hold on. I might tack this down with some. Y'all ain't about to get on my nerves. Especially when I birthed it. I don't want to have to rebirth nothing. I don't want to have to rebirth nothing. Now you can also like kind of clip at the corners if you want. I just did a little quick clip. You don't have to, but you can. Child, both my little things fell off. Little stinking things. Not both my we gonna make this work. We gonna make it work because that's our business. Not my phone fell off. Yeah, so you'll definitely need to cover it with interface, a woven. So I'm going to baste it, and I'm also going to try to add some pieces of scrap woven interface on top of this. So we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. All right. So Miss Thing decided. All right. Not my little. Yeah, don't do as I do, y'all. Don't do as I do. I'm gonna try to get this foam in. The foam was not filling. This takes. Again, the foam is optional and you can grab it on your dime. I'm gonna try to birth it now. All right, so I'm birthing it through the lining. This foam might be lost in the sauce. It might be lost in the sauce. I'm gonna try to go in with the iron after the fact. If the foam act up, we can always take it out. But again, if you want to use foam in the future, definitely put it down with some I'm gonna try to maneuver it around. Oh, I didn't think about how that basin spread. So you just kind of want to point it out. Help you get started with what, Tiffany? So you just want to point your, like, take a point turner, point your corners out. The basin spray definitely had the inside of this super sticky, which is tragic. But again, I will cut off so y'all see how that looks at the bottom. So you want to just pull. Oh, okay. The link to the kit is in the description. But I did go through, like, if you started from the beginning, I'll try to go back and kind of index the sew along. So you want to kind of pull your zipper tabs out as well. That's why I can't have nice things. So you want to kind of just go through your lining, poke everything out. This is similar to, like, if you've ever made a, I got a little pucker here. God damn it. Child, it'll be all right. Similar to, like, if you've ever made a tote or whatever. So you want to do the same thing with your lining fabric. You want to point all, like, take all the, point all the corners out. Like that. Again, we'll be doing the second one next week as well. So the process is similar. You just won't have to do the boxed out corners. I'm pulling up my zipper tab here. Child. Don't do as I do. Don't do what I do here, y'all. Take your point turner. Child, it's hot. It's hot. Get you a good point turner, y'all. Okay. You want to make sure the bottom is on flat. I really like how the foam is giving that like that smooth look. I like that a lot. So the last thing I'm going to do once I like, confirm you like everything. Oh, you know what I forgot to do, y'all? I forgot to add the little D-ring on the side. That's fine. We'll do it on the second bag. But then you can still use I'll show you how you can use your zipper tag. I mean, how you can use your key fob, okay? So I'm just going to basically, you can hand stitch this bottom together. Okay. I'll make another one of these, child. I can't believe I forgot to add the little D-ring on the side. And I'm just going to, because who's going to know? I'm going to just close it up with like 1/8 of an inch seam allowance. I knew it was a step I forgot to do. I knew it. You get hot. Okay. Child. Not me forgetting to add the D-ring on the side. It's fine. It's fine. We're going to do the other one next week. So I'll be adding the D-ring to that one. It's fine. That one's even easier than this one. So again, if you're interested in grabbing the kit, you can see everything that's included in the description on the website. I also explain what's on the So yes, we're going to just close up this opening with a quick little straight stitch. Again, if you want it to be super clean, if you're giving this to a client, well, I should do this. But if you're making one for a client, you can hand stitch that as well. If you're a stickler for something like that, I'm not. Child, I can't believe I did that. I'm going to blame it on the phone. I'm going to blame that on the phone. Okay? That phone was giving me a headache. All right. So we are less than an hour and a half in. So I'm just going to basically stick my lining in. You just maneuver it in. Can't really see it. Like such. One thing I would do is I would have kept my zipper a little bit longer. You can kind of see the zipper tab, how it's clean there. So yes, I did forget my D-ring on the side. What is happening here? So I'm just pressing it a little bit on each side to press it out. So you just want to push your lining in. Make sure that it's secure. Again, this is the foam effect. This is the piece that I forgot to do. But you can add that. You can. I will give you the D-ring and the piece to add it. We'll be making this one next week. But you can also, again, you can use this as a keychain. Where we made the key fob at the beginning. You can also add your key fob to the hole in the zipper pull. So you can attach your keys, your car keys, or whatever. I don't know. But yes, essentially that's your zipper pouch. I love this. I love it. So I highly recommend. We're going to try the foam with the bigger bag next week as well. But this gives it a lot more support, a lot more cushion, a lot more structure than my original bag. Just to give you guys a little perspective. Where'd it go? Where did it go? This is the original bag without the foam. Like this. Again, it still works. But I would invest in some foam just to give it like an additional like bit of structure. We'll go over it again with the other bag, but I will supply you at least with some woven interface to attach to your lining. But I thought it would be a cool sort of like experiment to add the foam to it, and I really like how this looks. So again, your bag will essentially look like this if you don't add the foam, and it still works. It still works. It's still cute. Okay. But if you want that sort of smooth look, I'm using a Brother. So this is a domestic friendly project. I'm just using a Brother Project Runway machine. You can use a domestic on this. Very easy to sew. But yes, I would highly recommend grabbing the foam, y'all. Okay. So yes, you get all this. You get the key fob, the D-ring, the keychain maker. So you'll get a piece of fabric to make your own key fob. You'll get the outer fabric, the lining. You'll get a woven interface. The foam, I recommend you get it on you, but you'll also get a BSN sticker, a BSN button. You'll get some clips. You'll get a seam ripper. So you'll get all the things besides the thread. You gotta get your own thread and your own foam. But I absolutely love it. Thank you, RV Beats. Thank you. Yes, y'all better get BSN branded. But yes, I absolutely love it. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. We're here for a good time, not a long time. Sage, I wanted to remove you. Yes, I didn't keep you guys here long, but yes, they had the bag kits. So the 2 bag kits. You have the BSN shirts, the hats, the stickers. You have all the things that you need, you know what I'm saying, to rep BSN in these streets. And we love to see it. Okay, make sure you take pictures. Send them to me. But yes, these will start going out in the beginning of May. I appreciate you all for your support. And yeah, go grab your kit. So you can get one for $45, the smaller one. The larger one is $55, but if you buy both, you get it for, I think, $85. So you get 15% off if you buy both the bags. So super cute. Grab both. Again, this will fit. I feel like this will fit a good outfit for the day. I'm going to pack my little personal item, okay? Because y'all know I fly Spirit and Frontier. Between you can fit your makeup and your toiletries in here, and you can fit like a day's worth of an outfit up in here. Okay, I'm just saying, you ain't got to get ready if you stay ready. Terrence, what happened to your luggage when you went to Brazil? Okay, they lost it. You would have been fine if you did the Carmen packing method. I'm just saying. So I'll be showing you guys how to pack for a little day, a little, overnight bag, a little whole bag, or how a quick trip to Miami. Okay. So we'll be discussing all the things. But yeah, y'all should definitely put the foam in here. Put the foam in here, y'all. You won't regret it. All right. Oh, yeah, I said it. All right. So Terrence, I think, is going live. Are you going live tonight, Terrence? Anyway, I don't know. But I'm on live tomorrow on Twitch. So yeah, I'll be making, I don't know what I'm making tomorrow. But anyway, this is a tutorial again for the first zipper pouch, the smaller zipper pouch. It is super cute, super spacious. I am trying to make sure I am in the BSN. Yes, yes, yes. So my outro is set up. So thanks again for hanging out with me for this hour and a half. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. Appreciate you all, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace. This was fun.